Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the Clone Wars sequel series and some new news about the main characters of this series. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee. The Clone Wars was massively successful in its final season. The Clone Wars in 2008, after the movie came out with George Lucas and Dave Filoni mainly helming that project, didn't receive, the kind of love that it has now. And with the Clone Wars Season 7 finally being released, fans are still wanting more. And if you know my theory, there's always some type of Star Wars animated series being shown. And we currently have none, as the Clone Wars Season 7 has finally wrapped up. A couple of months ago, some of the people working on the Clone Wars were teasing that there would be potential for a Clone Wars Season 8, but with this new information that we've been getting about the Clone Wars sequel series, it's led me to believe that they were likely talking about that as well, as opposed to an actual Season 8. Rather, now we're going to be getting a direct continuation of the Clone Wars, but it's going to be following a different group of characters. So when I say direct continuation, I simply mean that it's going to be in the same timeline. It's just going to be a continuation of the timeline in terms of where we left off. And I think it's going to be very well done. As I said in other videos, Ahsoka and Rex are going to be making their cameos in it, but are not going to be the focal point of the series. According to the Castle Run guys, they claim that the next animated series is going to be about the Bad Batch serving as the main characters. And so the Bad Batch, aka Clone Force 99, is the first arc of Season 7. So they got the first 4 episodes of the Season 7 arc. So they call themselves the Bad Batch, but the motley crew that makes up Clone Force 99 boasts an astounding 100% success rate and skills unseen in any other clone troopers. And they made this a big deal during the first arc, as how they've always had success. Adept at working together, the Clone Force 99, Hunter, Wrecker, Tech, and Crosshair use their unique talents and specialized physiology to execute extraordinary solutions on the battlefield. And after rescuing the clone trooper Echo from the Separatist captivity, they welcomed the cybernetic soldier into their fold. And this is pretty important in the sense that the original group of Echo the Bad Batch did not include Echo. However, Echo was only included at the end of that 4-part arc when he was deciding whether or not he would go and work with Rex or whether he would become a part of the Bad Batch. And Echo was a soldier in the Grand Army of the Republic, known for his strict adherence to order and rules, hence his nickname, which was sarcastically gifted by his clone brothers. Still, Echo proved to be among the bravest clones, integral in the defense of Rishi Station in Topeka City, and eventually achieved the rank of ARC Trooper. Through the tragic circumstances, however, he would become something more than a normal clone and eventually joining the Bad Batch. And according to Noah Outlaw over at the Kessel Run, Star Wars Insider has been talking about the Bad Batch and the Clone Wars sequel series update. This is where we've been getting a bulk of this information about the Clone Wars sequel series. He has said in a tweet, quote, "We can 100% say that the next Star Wars animated series features the Bad Batch as the main leads. It'll take place after the Siege of Mandalore, and Hunter, Crosshair, Tech, Wrecker, and Echo will all be back." And if you recall earlier in the coverage that I've been doing of the Clone Wars sequel series, I made a point to say that Echo was going to be back and was going to be a main focal point. And now it seems that the continuation of this in terms of the Clone Wars sequel series, Echo is going to be joined by the rest of the Bad Batch. And, now that I've made the point to say that he is part of the Bad Batch now, it makes perfect sense that the Bad Batch will be the focal point of the sequel series. So that's the latest news in terms of the Clone Wars sequel series, which I'm actually pretty pumped about, knowing that the Bad Batch is going to be in it. I really enjoyed that arc a lot more than I thought I would, considering I was really more interested in the Revenge of the Sith crossover stuff with Anakin. And the Bad Batch stuff was really excellent. It was actually really, really good at what Star Wars does, and Dave Filoni talks about this so well. He says that, it's really good at being Star Warsy, but it's also good at, being funny, but not taking away from anything that's actually going on. So I'm really looking forward to this. I hope you guys are as well. Let me know what you think of the Bad Batch are, and who your favorite member of the Bad Batch is. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you, and the Force be with you always. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it!
And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.